Hello everybody, welcome to the shop. It's another cold, windy day out there, and once again I don't really feel like working on anything outside, even though I need to split firewood and I got plenty of projects to work on. But anyway, I was at a Harbor Freight and I picked up some tools, and this guy right here has been staring at me for pretty much as long as I've been going to the Harbor Freight store. I have their jumbo adjustable wrench, which is right here. This is a 24-inch, 2-foot long adjustable, and it's actually a pretty nice wrench. And I was going to get another one of these for my truck to put in my truck toolbox, but I said, you know what? I've already got one of those. I'm going to get something different, so I got this. This is the 48-inch pipe wrench. They have two different options, two different styles. They have this orange one, which is a cast iron handle, and they have a silver one, which is an aluminum handle. And the aluminum one is marginally lighter, but the handle is a lot bulkier. So I decided to go for the cast iron one, partly just because, you know, what's better than cast iron. So I wanted to talk about it a little bit, show you guys what it looks like, and if you need an obnoxiously large wrench, this may be the wrench for you. So I just have this square here for size comparison. It's a 1-foot square, of course. See, it's a pretty big head. The screw, or not the screw, but the movable jaw is just under a foot long, about 10 or 11 inches. It's a big boy. The jaw teeth are decent. I wish they were a little sharper. They're really not too sharp. And I suppose if that really bothered me, I could dress it with a file or an angle grinder or something. But, you know, I think it's probably going to work just fine. It's just I'm being a little nitpicky. Again, it's a Harbor Freight wrench. It's the fit and finish is decent. Nice shape, nice form. There's no, you know, there's a casting line here, of course, but it's ground nice and smooth, just like any other higher end wrench. But let's see. I spent what is it? It's $45 standard price, but of course I had a 20% off coupon, so that ended up being about $36 or so. Pretty good deal, I think, for a 4-foot adjustable wrench. So anyway, you know, the teeth could be a little bit sharper, but not a big deal. Other than that, I have no complaints. Everything works fine. And yeah, of course, everything is sloppy on it, but every pipe wrench that I've ever used is all sloppy. And that's kind of the idea of it, because you want this jaw to move and be able to bite and grab into a piece of pipe. That's how it works. This jaw here, as you can see, is an insert, and it's pinned in there, so it is removable and replaceable. Well, it's removable, but it's not replaceable because I don't think they sell replacement jaws, which is kind of disappointing because it's so easy to replace it. But for the price, I don't know, maybe just buy a new one, or take the jaw out and grind some teeth in there again. Or if you have a friend with a Bridgeport, he can maybe mill some teeth in there real nice. There really isn't much else to talk about this wrench, just sitting on the bench. It feels fine. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, this, you know, I don't have the biggest hands, but I can get a pretty decent grip on this. But the aluminum handle wrench, even though it was a little bit lighter, they bulked up so much on it to make it equal or almost equal in strength. The handle, I was like that, trying to wrap my hands around it. It was easily twice, almost twice as large as this. That's the other reason why I bought the cast iron one, because it was bulky. It looked like something, you know, the Hulk would use. It was way too large. So this one's a lot slimmer and easier to handle. And for those of you who may be interested in weight, I have an old style spring scale here. Hook it up. That's about 23 pounds or so. Okay, so I have my pipe wrench just hooked onto the blade of my dozer, and I'm doing what every YouTube armchair expert says that you should never do. You put a pipe on the wrench. But I went one step further. I put a crowbar in the end of that pipe. So we've got quite the extension. That's probably 6 feet of extension or so. Just to show you how dedicated I am to make videos for you guys. It's about 14 degrees out. Alright, so I'm going to hang off the end of that wrench, bounce on it a little bit, put all of my weight on it, which is 140 pounds soaking wet. Then we'll take a look at the wrench and see if anything happened. That's about all I can put into it. Okay, so I'm putting a straight edge on here to see if it bent at all. You see there's a little bit of a gap there. So we actually did get the handle to bend a little bit. But that was a pretty abusive test, but all in all, it's in pretty good shape. Nothing broke, nothing budged. So I'd say that's about as harsh of a test as you're ever going to get on this wrench, as far as leverage goes anyway. And that about sums it up. The only thing I have left to say about it is that when I was adjusting it, this nut, the knurling is really weak on it. You can't really get a good grab on it. So that's a little bit annoying to use. But other than that, it works just fine. So this is another good Harbor Freight tool. I would recommend it. And I would also recommend putting pipes and crowbars and anything else in there you can do to get a little extra leverage. That's about it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to get back inside and warm my fingers up, and they're starting to get numb already. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and as always, come back for more.